My name is Francis Carmody. I'm an artist based here in Melbourne now. I work primarily in sculpture. Within my work, I'm interested in expanding timescales from the Big Bang to today and filling in gaps in our collective knowledge with new stories and imagined scenarios. I'm really interested in looking at where we've been and where we're going. It's a real pleasure to be one of the first artists at the MAPCO Test Garden Artist in Residence program. I've been here embedded on site at Burnley for 6 months, and as part of this we'll be presenting 2 new works that have been made. The compression project at the Test Garden really came about from working so closely with the plant trials researcher Dr Dean Schrieke. The process, and I suppose the title of compressions, came from extending the logic of Lakbundap itself, which acknowledged from its conception these 2 different timescales of today and a climate future, and mirroring that in the connecting these 2 sites, the Burnley Horticultural Campus and the Test Garden at Fed Square. These ideas kind of collided with a hydraulic press that's literally on site at the Burnley campus, which has been used to produce these series of 100 compressed sculptural forms that will be hidden amongst the foliage, with forms and geometries that are drawn from Dean's research papers and data findings. The compression series also, in a sense, compresses 2 contrasting media at the Test Garden site itself, with these small-scale relief works embedded in the foliage of the garden and a more speculative AR drawing component above the garden. While in residence, I've had access to all of Dean's data and material findings, so the starting point for this work was trawling through the data and the spreadsheets and working out ways to combine that with 3D modelling software. From there, the test plates were modelled and moulds were made. Simultaneously, there was kind of a series of drawings that were made that illustrate the unseen interconnectivity of the garden and its broader ecosystem, which has been produced in augmented reality. The compressed tiles themselves have been made with material that's been sourced here on site at Burnley from other researchers' experiments and systems that occur on site. Beeswax from the local beehives, some mulberry leaves from a mulberry tree, pine bark, clay material, charcoal, a variety of substrates that are a common occurrence here at Burnley. Initially, you'll see the test garden, I suppose, unchanged, but as you approach the garden, you begin to see these small-scale relief works. You'll be directed towards a QR code to then scan the augmented reality experience. It's a 17-metre long dynamic drawing that engages with the garden plants and the site around it itself. It's such a privilege and it's an amazing opportunity to be here. I've been using it full-time as my studio and place of work. I think each day has been really different, but has been defined by, I suppose, spending time practically here in the studio and periods of quite intense production. Also hosting conversations and guest practitioners that I work with, and that experience has been really rewarding. It's been an interesting experience being the only artist practicing on a site with other research scientists and learning and observing how similar our respective methodologies are in how we question and approach the world. I feel like I've broken new ground materially and technically. I'm continually inspired by the conversations that I've had with other researchers while being here.